about a very important issue to artists, and that is value. And this video is for more experienced students who, with value. If you've done shading a lot, this video is probably for you. Okay, so we're gonna review really quick with pencil, using shading or using pencil to create values by shading. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do a 5-step scale, and I like to hold my pencil in my between my thumb and my index, middle finger, and then use my index finger to apply pressure. I like to start with the darkest value first. That way we know exactly how dark your you can make the value with that material. And I'm pressing kind of hard and going different directions. And it's getting to the point where I really need to sharpen my pencil for this, but well, it'll be good enough right now. So I get 5 or 6 layers on there. And as you can see, it starts to get kind of shiny, and the paper starts to ripple a little bit. But if I hold it like that, you can see the true darkness of the graphite. Okay, so that's my darkest. So I'm going to layer up to make my next darkest. And you can start with more pressure for dark values, but when we get down here, it's going to be a more delicate procedure, so I'm going to start with less pressure. Okay, so then I've got a noticeable step between those two, and I still have room to get lighter. So my middle value, sorry about the wiggling, trying to not wiggle the table. I can go a little bit darker, not a lot. Okay, there we have 5 different values using just the pencil. So that's kind of a review. So now I'm going to give you guys some other options, and I'll show you an example with each one. So we've got ballpoint pen. That's a great thing to make value with hatching and cross hatching. We've got the colored pencils, and they could be similar to the graphite, and the Sharpie, which is great for pointillism. So, and while I'm making these, I will speed up a little bit so you aren't sitting here forever watching me make values. And at the end, I think I'm going to have you select 2 materials to experiment with. So we'll go from this one to the colored pencil. For right now, it doesn't look a lot different, but it will kind of be at the end. So 5 steps. It doesn't matter if they're even or not. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hold the pencil underneath my hand, and that just it makes a wider stroke, and I think it looks a little bit smoother than using the point. And some of these marks are because there's scratches on the table. So if you have a textury table to work at, then I recommend putting a couple of layers of newsprint underneath. And I'm going to turn my paper and go different directions. But my hand stays in the same place, but the paper changes. And this is going to get darker than my pencil because it's a totally different material. And I'm putting a little bit more pressure on the point. Oops. See there, my paper's starting to tear, so that's a clue that I need to stop. So I've kind of got a hole there. So I shouldn't make it any darker. That's as dark as it'll go. So then, next lightest step. Okay. So there's one with colored pencil. So let's remind ourselves. Graphite, colored pencil, okay. And this one's ballpoint pen. So I'm going to do cross hatching. Or hatching. And I'll tell you the difference in a minute. Okay, so cross hatching is when you go all different directions with the pen. And this is the darkest, so we want to cover up as much of the paper as possible. Okay, that's our darkest value, so I'm going to do less cross-hatching on this one. I'm making my lines wider apart to let more paper show through. Start over and go this way again. Let's go this way again, and then I'm going to be done. Because if I get much darker, it's going to end up like that one. So then even, this is my middle value, so even less. I'm going to stop there. Second to lightest. And I'm still doing cross hatching, and I think I'm going to stick with cross hatching all the way down because that'll be more consistent. Okay, so hatching would be half of cross hatching. Oops. Let's try 6. Okay. So I'm just going to go to one direction with my lines for hatching. And keep going the one direction until it gets as dark as I need it to be. And then I'm going to keep going the same direction for consistency. There we go. Hatching and cross hatching. All right, and our last one will be Sharpie. And I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter because pointillism is a little bit, can be annoying. So I'm just going to make dots. Okay. That's an example of pointillism. Sharpie is great for that because it has a nice large size dot. I don't recommend it with ballpoint pen because it's hard to get a good dot with that. Or with the colored pencil. So this is pointillism. What I would like you to do is choose two new media. So, and that would be pen. Colored pencil, pen, or Sharpie. So choose two out of the colored pencil, pen, or Sharpie. Colored pencil, just make it normal value shading. Pen, do cross hatching or hatching. Sharpie, do pointillism. Practice as many times as you feel you need to get comfortable. And don't forget to put your name and period and photograph it and upload it to this assignment in Canvas. So there you go. Can't wait to see what you do.